kill flows, Nintendo Switch. I'm on some shit that's monumental, magical, artificial intelligence. Jotted down on scribes, the last of a dying breed. They wonder how I survived. Turpentine, turn the tide, go.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy AshTheMan. What's going on? So, man, what happened to Deku? Yeah, you already know what it is. My Hero Academia manga chapter discussion for chapter 317. So yeah, before I go ahead and get started, I do know that it's been a second since I did a manga video, and I want to apologize, but I think I got a good stem on what kind of, videos I want to do for manga, and it's mainly going to be focused on anything that's trending, any major thing that's going on in a chapter or series, and just anything that may catch your eye that I feel like I need to make a video on. So it's going to be kind of open. I think that's going to give me the availability to do so. So nevertheless, let's go ahead and get started. So in the recent chapter of the My Hero Academia manga, Deku has finally become a vigilante. And what does that mean? As you see him deny any further help from All Might, Deku is seen to be a badass at this point. Like, yo, he really looks that good. But why? Why the official change and a sudden departure from your friends and mentor Deku? Well, looking at a few things, there are changes that forced him to grow and the events that happened that made this possible. And I don't mean grow like he made the utmost best decision. It's just a growth from the point that's is going to study for another growth. So we are going to look at a few things that made that possible and brainstorm a bit to see if there is it more than meets the eye. So let's talk about the the Paranormal Liberation War. Now this arc was one of the best, probably the best arc we have gotten as far as like a ton of action, which this arc changes the landscape of the universe we are going to love about My Hero Academia. We was met with losses for some heroes, a lot of transitions that escalate to more conflict later to go on, certain reveals that we already guessed, but now it plays a bigger part to drawing more attention to these characters. Now Taurus, Tumura, and All For One, which their connection with Deku and One For All quirk is something. Now with the upgrade Tumura received, which having the original quirks of All For One, he was close to defeating Deku and almost taking One For All. But take and why? The power that Deku holds for All For One was revealed that it was the younger brother of All For One. But the quirk itself is like a stockpile of energy that is built up and is able to amplify the strength, speed, stamina, agility, and durability of the host. Now due to time not having, the original quirk powers of All For One, he was able to take control of Tumura, which he was all along supposed to be the vessel for All For One. Now he explained to Deku that since he is always going to have this quirk, he's always going to be a target for him. So this was like the first seed that was planted to make Deku leave the academy. And yes, the academy is this place where Deku, wanted to go. He dreamed about it, he lived it. He's basically living the goal and the dream that he always wanted. And the next dream was to become, a hero like All Might. But he left the academy due to protecting his friends and being in the crossfire of All For One's wrath. It's that serious, yo. Like, when I tell you that the Paranormal Liberation War was that serious, it was that serious. A lot of things changed. A lot of people got bodied. Some people can't handle the pressure, they quit. This arc itself left a scar on the world of My Hero. So, but what we're here for is to talk about Deku. Now, fast forward into this incident with the former pro hero and also former hero public safety lady Nagata, in which she was once hero, now villain. Well, what happened? Well, she changed sides. Well, yeah, she changed sides. Well, we do know that she had a conversation with All For One. And All For One does have a tendency to smooth people over to his side because he always raised valid points about being a villain or being evil. I don't intentionally know how he constructs those conversations, but man, my man's got that word of mouth. So she worked with the public, the hero public safety, and she did things that went against her dream of being a pro hero. Things that make her question the hero society and their politics, which make her switch sides. The things that she left her question those kind of things is what she brought to the battlefield when she was facing Deku. But she was met with Deku still seeing the a little bit of giving her a light in her, in which when that happened, that's when All For One set a destination of a quirk up on her that caused her to be nearly in, she's in a coma state that they don't know when she's going to wake up. Now, he was able to contact Deku and let him know that he's not looking at All Might no more. He's looking at him. Like, All Might is a thing of the past, because he knows how the thing, like the power and the quirk work. So he knows that All Might passed everything over to Deku, and Deku is actually using that power to a new heights. And now he's setting the sights on Deku. Now, with that being said, with all this that we're getting, we actually have to really consider some things in this weekly chapter. And all the top heroes, Deku is starting to not look like a hero anymore. When they came together after the mansion explosion and everything, and starting to talk about everything, they hear the rumors. They see heroes quitting left and right and all. And Deku is standing at the top of that, being that he just doesn't resemble a hero no more. He detached himself from All Might, saying that he could use the 100% and more, so he don't need him to follow him. And All Might, as much as he wants to stop him, he can't. Like, you was the mentor, not a mentor is the master. Very interesting. So, but we have a couple of things that does stand out to me that I think does play also an issue. Maybe it's not some things they have written in, but we could just take a look at this into possibilities. Now, with the last incident with Lady and Amador could make Deku question the whole hero world, and some of the things that goes behind the scenes. Lady Naga reveals certain situations that happen and outcomes that her being a part of the hero public safety really did make her change to the other side, and made him could look at the hero world different. Like, we were supposed to be these heroes that that the people idolize, but we are doing things behind the scenes that can question our heroship. And not only that, Amador with his family issues with the way that they treated Dabi is something entirely itself. So it does make Deku maybe conflicted with what's right and what's right to do at that time. And if that makes any sense to you, these recent events does play a toll on him, with him not having the experience that some of these pro heroes do. But now he's stepping into a role in which he needs that mentor, that experience right now. But I do think that everything that transpired between the Paranormal Liberation War and everything in it, including the stuff that happened with Lady Naga, really got him to thinking that he can take on the world on his own shoulders, because he can only count on himself. Now, that's a selfish way of thinking about it. But then there's another thing that, that All For One really left a scar on Deku, because if you think about it, in that Paranormal Liberation War, All For One pretty much set it up to where he was able to take over Tomorrow as a vessel, and Tomorrow really looked at him, but at the same time he figured that he was the new face of evil, in which it was all for One. Like, he pretty much realized this was going to happen, that the body that he had was being enhanced for him, and that eventually he was taken over. Now, again, he did make some complications with coming out not being fully transferred over with the quirks at 100%, but he do know that Tomorrow's body is something that he needs to further his plans. But however, I believe that Deku is scared beyond belief and really doesn't want anybody to get involved. Like, he always had that heart to not try to get people into conflicts that really don't need to be involved in, and that could be what's going on, the way he's leaving All Might, the way he left the academy, and the way he got people looking at him much not like a hero, but technically you could call him a vigilante, because he's not doing it to be praised or to be that symbol. Right now he's doing it for the survival of everybody he loves, and to me that's more of a vigilante role. So that's just what I think exactly is going on with Deku, and what could be shaping him to be in this new level of of One For All. So that's just my opinion. I would love to see what you guys may be thinking, of what you may propose that's going on with him, besides of what is the elephant in the room at this point of everything we summed up. So yeah, But again, thank you guys for definitely tuning in. Don't be afraid again to leave a comment at the bottom. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, and yeah. And if you guys make sure you have a wonderful day. And again, thank you for tuning in. AshTheMan is out. Peace.